Hello and welcome back to the Stronghold. I'm the Magi and welcome to Midweek Magic, where I want you to grow your collection by winning 2 free Rare or Better ICRs each and every week. And happy Yargle Day to everybody, now Arena's longest running holiday tradition. For those that don't know, this week's Midweek Magic is a 100 card Brawl featuring a free frog emblem, Happy Yargle Day emblem. Frog spells you cast cost 2 or less. This is the expected emblem that we'll be receiving. Of course, we won't know for sure until it actually starts. Best of all, though, this event is all access, so that means you don't even have to own copies of the cards to play them. But before we get into all of that, this whole Midweek Magic thing has become a bit of a tradition here at the Stronghold, and it all started with our crack team of researchers discovering that we were the only YouTube channel making consistent, proactive, and timely midweek Magic coverage. And here we are years later, and it appears that we're still the only ones out there doing it for the budget community. So be sure to subscribe to the Planeswalker Stronghold so that we can be here for you every chance we get. Now, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, right. Alright, so once again, the traditional emblem that we get on Yargle Day events is that your frog spells automatically cost 2 colorless less to cast. This means we're very heavily incentivized to go all in on frogs. And, well, since we don't have to own the cards this time around, there's really no excuse not to. So let's take a look at the deck. Alright, so what do you say we take a look at this deck? And because of that Yargle Day emblem, our mana curve is actually really aggressive. Of course, we've got Glarb, Calamity Augur in here for 3 mana as a 2/4 mythic frog wizard noble with Death Touch. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play land cards and cast spells with mana value 4 or greater from the top of your library and tap to surveil 2. So if we have something on the top that we don't like, we can surveil it away. This first column cast for free with the Yargle Day emblem, and this next column all cast for 1 mana, and as you can see, that's really quite huge. Then of course we've got our 2 mana spells, 3 and 4, and basically what we have done here is just gone frogtastic crazy. Almost every creature in here is either a frog or changeling, which of course is also a frog. Then we've got some nice tribal corner case spells, Vanquisher's Banner, Roaming Throne. Solemn Simulacrum is just really good value going on for us. Of course, the ubiquitous Arcane Signet. We've got Metallic Mimic in here as a pseudo lord. Paradise as fixing. Pillar of Origins again as fixing. Just a very low curve overall. And then in the lands, we've got all the big names. We've got those shock lands. We've got most of the villages. Actually, I ended up running all of the villages. You might think that Mudflat Village wouldn't do anything for us, but it does in fact return any of our changelings if we have need to do so. And what else we got in here? We've got all the fetch lands. We've got the taps for any color mana lands going on pretty nice. We've got 3 Tree City to just give us a huge amount of mana and then cast things off the top of our library with Glarb. All in all, just what I believe is going to be a good, fun deck. One thing we are not doing is running removal of really any kind. When our creatures are this cheap, we can afford to use our creatures as removal. We'll attack, they either have to block or take the damage. Not a lot of other options. 2 cards in particular I wanted to highlight because we are removal light, but we are leaning very heavy into card draw, card advantage, not only from Glarb, but a card like Distant Melody. Choose a creature type, draw a card for each permanent you control of that type. That's almost every card in the deck. And then Guardian Project, an enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature you control enters, if it doesn't have the same name as another creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard, draw a card. And, well, this is Brawl, so every card is essentially different. So every time we play a creature, in essence, we get to draw an additional card. And that's in addition to being able to cast cards off the top when we want to. So pretty fluid deck all in all, definitely leaning into the frog theme of the week. And with it being all access, it doesn't matter if you don't have all the cards, won't be a big deal. And should just generally be a lot of fun to play. Now, of course, this is an all-access event, so frankly, you can play whatever your heart desires, but I think going all in on frogs is probably the most efficient deck that a person can run, making best use of the expected Yargle Day benefits. But hey, it's your time, spend it the way you want to. Now, speaking of time, in case you want to see how it's done, I will be live playing this on YouTube starting at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, basically just as the event kicks off. And if you look down in the doobly-doo down below, you will find links to some archive footage to Yargle Days of the past that are hosted over on my Patreon. All in all, I hope everybody really enjoys their Yargle Day. And hey, just in case you didn't catch all that, Matt would like you to know that the deck list that we discussed in this video is going to have a link down in the doobly-doo to take you over to Aetherhub, along with a link to any other alternative lists that you might wish to consider. He only asks that you give it a little thumbs up when you're over there checking out the deck list. And I plan on live playing this event on Wednesday at 11 a.m. over on my Twitch channel, so definitely stop in and check it out. Because the Stronghold is so much more than just a YouTube channel, and you can find links to all of our other social media outlets in our profile. Because at the end of the day, we're all budget players. And as a community, we're stronger together. So like, comment, subscribe, follow, do all those things to show a little love. It's appreciated more than you know.